Sellers, 3 pricing strategies for getting your home sold.
Coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
Sellers, 3 pricing strategies to consider when selling your home are, let's kick it off with $399, right?
$399,900 versus $400,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody lists their house. You gotta just get that $100 under $400, so you get that mental mindset of 3, right, instead of 4. Isn't that right?
Occasionally, we'll see somebody put $399,999, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Same
Usually we
idea.
do that. Like it would be 100. Usually, same thing.
It actually seems like it makes some sense.
Right? Don't you see it in the store all the time? Like you said, something's not $4; it's $3.99. All over Walmart and all these stores, everybody goes 99 cents. It makes sense, right?
It seems like it's logical.
So now take this into consideration. So if you're at $399.9, anybody looking to buy $400 to $425 to $450 isn't going to see you.
It's going to miss you by $100.
By $100, because if you look on Realtor.com and these search websites, they usually for buyers have a little drop down that you can pick your price range. Guess what? Most of them go in $25,000 increments. So somebody's going to look $400 to $425.
I mean, it when you hear it, it's like, oh my God. But before you hear somebody put it that way,
Yeah.
going to the $399 or $499 or whatever it is sounds better.
It does.
Until you hear it.
It does. Now, I just did a search where I pulled up Naperville, everything from $400 to $425. That was still for sale. It's January. It's slow. So it was like 25 houses. I moved that mark to $399 to $425. I got 5 more houses.
Can you imagine that amplified in a month where it is a busier real estate month?
Right.
I mean, let's talk about April, May, June, something along those lines. People wanting to move and get their kids registered for school. That's going to be way more than 5. So if you price at this $399 or whatever 99, you're missing out on a lot of potential buyers.
Absolutely. Now think about it in this facet, part 2. You price it at $400 instead of $399. Now you're getting $400 to $425 and $375 to the $400 by doing one price. Like you're increasing your hit mark, right? You're getting both sides of it. You're getting a bigger span. So,
yeah,
right? Instead of at $399, you're really just getting the $350 or $375 to $400, right? Instead of the $400 to $425 as well. So you're adding almost, let's call it 2 buckets versus 1 bucket of potential buyers. And the goal when you first go live is to always reach the largest pile or group of buyers out in the market currently to attract, because that's usually when you get the most money for your house is early on. So the sooner you can attract the largest pool of buyers, the better chances you have to sell for list price or above.
Right.
Right?
I mean, like I said, it makes, when you say it out loud, it makes perfect sense.
So let's go to the other aspect of this, which is, let's say you're 480. You want to list
for 480.
Maybe 485, right? Well, how about 475? Why? Same principle. 475, that natural drop down, 475 to 500, right? You're going to hit a larger pool of buyers. You're also going to hit the 450s to 475s. 480 is doing the same thing that the 399 was just doing.
It's totally true. It is totally true. You need to be aware of how people search for properties when pricing your house. Yes, you want to price your house for what it's worth or close to what it's worth, but you still have to think about how people are going to search for it and tailor your pricing to that search.
Especially depending on where you fall, right? I mean, now if you're falling in like a 480, 490, I'm probably going to say 489.9 to use that mentality of just coming in under the 490. But if you're near a natural price increment, $25,000, we're going to say fall on the $25,000 point as often as you possibly can to reach the largest pool of buyers of people in the market, instead of potentially having to do a price reduction later, which looks worse, to be honest with you.
Your best bet is to do it right with the most exposure right out of the gate.
So Strategy one, not 99, just in certain, not 399.9, only in certain circumstances, depending on where you fall, and trying to hit that $25,000 increment of the search price. And number three, right, is not way overpricing your property.
Oh,
I think in our experience, we've come to realize that I think in negotiations, people think that there's bigger room for negotiation than there really is. So let's just keep picking on 475 or 400, whatever the case may be. So I think people say 400, they think, well, I'm going to list for 425 to get 400. No, we don't typically move that much. If you're hiring a good realtor, they should be selling your house somewhere around 98. I would say on average about 98% list to sales price is what they should be, give or take, depending on your current market. You do have to run the numbers. So that's only a 1% to 2% difference in range. So on average of 400, I might expect somebody to land anywhere from 400. I mean, we're always shooting for top. Maybe 395, right? I mean, we're not moving a ton off that price. And I think sometimes you price it thinking, oh, I've got to price it $25,000, $50,000 above where I think I want to land. And really what you're doing is you're hurting yourself if you do that.
I mean, people are just going to see that. They're going to think you're crazy and they're just going to pass right over. And you're not even going to get the offer to be able to work with them at all.
So definitely this is negotiating real estate contracts is really where your realtor comes into a strong play. You need to know how to negotiate. And we find all too often that people think that there's a lot more room in that number. Once you hit the sweet spot in your market price, which you should do out the gate because you get the most interest early on, and then you're new to the market, and then there's more of a, oh, I better get it before it goes kind of thing. So I think people think there's just too much room. So please do not overprice your home, consider the 25,000 increments and the 100, 399, 489 price points.
The way you price your home is just as important as cleanliness or staging or updates or any of the other things that you're going to do to prepare your home for sale. Pricing, correct pricing or strategy is going to just be the little cherry on top, the icing on the cake.
It sure is. So you heard it here first on Real Estate Dirt. We hope you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Just leave it in there. Whatever, it'll be fine. So, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
So, what are some pricing sellers? 3 pricing strategies you need to consider for your home.
Okay.
Aren't you going to say coming up next on Real Estate Dirt?
We already did that part. Why do we have to do that part again? We did that part.
Sellers, 3 pricing strategies you should consider when putting your home on the market.
We did this part already. They're coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
God, do it again. Fix it. Sellers.
You're starting too soon. You're not even giving me a chance to get my arms back down. Give me a chance. Wait a second, and then we can do it.
Okay. Oh. Sorry.
Do you want to do some stretching?
I had a blackout. It's fine.
Next thing you know, your
phone...
phone...
I felt like I did it better this time. You should have taken this one and rolled with it. All right. Start over.
You sure?
Yeah. I remember.
That's good.
Let me start over.
I feel like I'm having a good hair day.